Blake Lively, America Ferrera kills it as Carmen, Alexis Bledel, and Amber Tamblyn. It is also the film debut of our friend Blake Lively, which she killed it. Did absolutely wonderful as Bridget.
Killed it. I might have been a little biased, but I thought Bridget's story was the most relatable and probably the most fun.
You thought it was the most relatable?
Yeah.
I was out on Bridget's story. I felt bad for Bridget.
How many times did we go to sporting camps in the summer?
A lot has been happening because Taylor Swift released a new album, which is titled * Life of a Showgirl Star. The album has gained significant attention, but it has also sparked a lot of debate. Some of her fans are overjoyed, while others are not as enthusiastic. Personally, I was not completely impressed with it, but I still listened to the entire album. While I am not a die-hard Swiftie, I have enjoyed her music for a long time. So, when I say that I felt lukewarm about the album, it means that I felt some of the songs were quite familiar, almost like I had heard them before. While the music did bring some happiness, it also felt somewhat repetitive. On the positive side, it was nice to hear that Taylor seemed to be in love, and the overall tone of the album was joyful. Amid all this, there is a track called * Cancelled * on the album, and some people speculate that it might be about Blake Lively. However, I am not entirely sure about that. The song was recorded before Taylor's apparent fallout with Blake. The recording took place in the spring and summer of 2024, before any major issues arose between the two. The last time Taylor and Blake were seen together was in October 2024, when they went for dinner with their husbands. At the time, Taylor's future husband, Travis, was not yet her fiancé. After that dinner, it seems like there has been some distancing between Taylor and Blake, which only fuels rumors and speculations about their relationship. Adding to the mystery, a podcast was created by Travis Kelce and his brother on * New Heights *, in which they discussed the film * The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants Star. This episode, which was uploaded in October 2024, has caught the attention of many. In the podcast, they expressed their admiration for Blake, further suggesting that their friendship with her was still strong at that time. The episode was made public, including bonus content that was once exclusive to paid subscribers. However, the fact that this episode was made in October 2024 raises questions, especially since it coincides with the last time Blake and Taylor were seen together. As a result, rumors about their relationship have resurfaced, with fans wondering if they have reconciled. In addition to the podcast, another clue that has sparked some attention is the bracelet Taylor wore at the premiere of * It Ends With Us Star. Some fans believe that the bracelet belonged to Blake, and given that the album was produced before Taylor's issues with Blake, it's possible that the bracelet could be from their time as friends. Taylor may have worn it back in the spring and summer of 2024, and there is no denying that she was still close with Blake during that time. This raises further questions about the nature of their relationship, especially considering the timing of the album's production. Despite all these rumors, Taylor has yet to make a public statement about her relationship with Blake. She has not taken a side in the ongoing feud, and some fans believe that if she were truly friends with Blake, she would have supported her in a time of need. Taylor has supported her friends in the past, such as Kesha, and if she believed Blake, she would have done the same. However, Taylor's silence on the issue speaks volumes, and it seems like she may not want to engage with the situation any further. Meanwhile, the legal drama surrounding Blake continues to unfold. Recently, a judge ruled on a few important aspects of the case. He decided to keep the court's calendar as it was, refusing to make significant changes. Instead, he has given Blake and Justin until November 19 to respond to the summary judgment and the motion for judgment on the pleadings. This ruling means that Blake will have to address two significant motions at the same time, which could be challenging. In addition, the judge hinted that some of Blake's claims might be dismissed, which puts further pressure on her. Another setback for Blake is that she has been accused of hiding evidence in the case. Recent developments in the federal courts have led to the decision that sealed documents will no longer be accessible on the public docket. This change is likely to prevent any mistakes that could lead to confidential information being leaked. It adds another layer of difficulty to Blake's case, as her attempts to suppress evidence are now being scrutinized. In addition, the judge hinted. With all this ongoing drama, it's clear that Taylor and Blake's friendship is in a complex situation. While some fans remain hopeful that they might reconcile, others believe that the damage done is too great to mend. As for Taylor, her silence and her handling of the situation will likely shape the public's perception of her relationships moving forward. Until we see concrete evidence of their friendship or reconciliation, everything remains up in the air. In recent court proceedings, a new rule was implemented regarding sealed documents. Now, instead of keeping sealed documents in the public court docket, they are stored at the court, and a placeholder is placed in the docket to indicate their existence. When these documents are eventually unsealed, they won't automatically appear on the docket. However, if another document related to these sealed items is filed, the sealed information may become public, as it can no longer be kept hidden indefinitely. Blake Lively has been fighting to keep certain documents sealed, particularly two significant pieces of evidence. One of these is a declaration in which someone accuses Justin Baldoni of verbal abuse and making them uncomfortable. This declaration will soon be made public, despite Blake's attempt to keep it confidential. The court ruling noted that Blake's privacy claim was not strong enough to outweigh the public's right to access these materials. The judge also pointed out that the relevant information is already in the record, making it unnecessary to seal it further. Blake had argued that revealing the identity of the person making the accusation could lead to online harassment, but the judge disagreed. He stated that the person voluntarily participated in the case and submitted a declaration with accusations, so the public has the right to access the full context. Furthermore, the judge emphasized that the audio recording associated with this case was important because it could provide clarity and context for the accusations. He ruled that the audio should also be made public to ensure transparency and prevent any selective misquoting. This ruling is significant because it prevents Blake from selectively presenting parts of the audio that might make the situation look worse than it is. In the past, Blake has been known to make situations appear worse than they really are, so this move by the court helps ensure a fair presentation of all the facts. If the full conversation is revealed, it may show that the accusations are not as serious as they were made to seem. In addition to the unsealing of the declaration and audio recording, the judge also decided to release parts of a deposition. However, some sensitive details, such as Jed Wallace's medical condition, will remain sealed. The most notable aspect of this decision, however, is the ongoing battle over Blake's attempt to keep her California Civil Rights Division (CRD) complaint sealed. This complaint is related to her movie ** It Ends With Us**, and Blake had originally filed it under seal. The judge ruled that Blake and Wayfair need to justify why this document should remain confidential, given that it was submitted along with a motion that is crucial to the case. Blake's attempt to keep her CRD complaint sealed is facing scrutiny, as the court believes that this information, which has already been made public in some form, should not be kept hidden without a valid reason. The judge has ordered that Blake and Wayfair submit a letter explaining why they still want the document sealed. This ruling is important because it challenges Blake's decision to keep the information hidden and ensures that she has to provide a legitimate explanation for doing so. The ruling also addressed Blake's attempts to conceal the identity of the person making the accusation and her efforts to only release selected parts of an audio recording. Both of these attempts were rejected by the court. As a result, the court has ensured that the public will have access to the complete context of the accusations, including the full audio, once it is unsealed. This is a significant victory for transparency in the case, as it prevents Blake from controlling the narrative by withholding information that could provide important context. Although the documents are not yet available to the public, the court has made it clear that once they are unsealed, they will be accessible to everyone. This development shows that the court is determined to ensure that all relevant information is available to the public, even if that means challenging Blake's attempts to keep certain details private. You'll have to go to court now, and while I'm not sure how this will unfold, we'll soon find out what happens. We'll eventually know the identity of the person who accused Justin Baldoni of verbal abuse and hear the full audio. From what I suspect, when we get the full context of the conversation, it will likely show that the accusations Blake Lively made about how things were said are misleading. If there's one thing I've learned about Blake, it's that she or her lawyers often twist things to make them look better for their side. This sometimes makes it seem like they're not being truthful. Once all the information is out, it could become clear that the words were not said the way she suggested. It's like when Blake claimed I was part of a smear campaign and accused me of being paid by Justin Baldoni, without providing any evidence to support it. She knew she was exaggerating, but sometimes that's what happens in these situations. For now, that's the situation we are in. I don't know how things will play out. Once the documents are unsealed and accessible, we can discuss them more in detail. Until then, I'm still uncertain about what's going on with Taylor Swift and Blake Lively. I don't really believe the song *cancelled* is about Blake. It feels more like it's about a wider group of people or situations. As for Taylor's new album, I have a mixed opinion. I'm not totally excited about it, but I also understand that she seems genuinely happy in this phase of her life, and that's great. She definitely seems to be in love with Travis, and for that, I'm happy for her. However, if she decides to make up with Blake, I'm going to be cautious. I'd probably question whether I still agree with some of her decisions, especially after everything that's happened. Regarding Blake's attempt to hide evidence, that was rejected. The court is not allowing her to keep things sealed, which means more information will likely come to light soon. I'm curious to see how everything unfolds in the coming weeks, and when the documents are available, we can dive into the details and figure out what really happened. For now, it feels like a lot of unanswered questions still remain. It's hard to know what to think about everything, especially when so many things are kept under wraps. Once the information is available, we'll have a clearer understanding of the situation. So, what do you think about everything that's been going on? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you found it interesting, and make sure you subscribe to my channel so you never miss any updates. Hit the bell icon too, so you get notified whenever I post something new. I'm really curious to hear your opinions, and stay updated on how this all unfolds. Have a clearer understanding of the situation.